A land with seemingly endless flowing water, Great Smoky Mountains National Park is the pinnacle of the Appalachian Mountain Range. It is the most visited national park in the United States. With over 14 million visitors each year, it brings in staggering amounts of crowds during its peak season in summer. But what is it like visiting in the shoulder season of spring? Join Rachel and I as we explore this park with no real plan for 24 hours. The park is around 826 square miles, making it one of the largest protected areas in the eastern United States. The park sits between two states, the Tennessee side of the park, which is predominantly categorized by its dense forest and inordinate amount of waterfalls and rivers, with most of the black bear population residing on this side, and the North Carolina side populated by wider prairies, peaceful forest, and the unique elk population. We drove 4 hours from our hometown in Atlanta through the southern portion of the park, first heading through Cherokee, then onto the main highway through the Smokys to reach Gatlinburg. Literally 5 seconds after we entered the park, we were immediately greeted by several elk. The North Carolina side is where all of them reside. The park is split in two on the state borders by the Smoky Mountains themselves, a towering portion of the park that has some of the tallest peaks in the eastern United States. We arrived in Gatlinburg and got ready for the next morning. Good morning, it's 7 a.m. in Gatlinburg. We are tired, so we're gonna go grab some coffee at some Starbucks real quick down the street. And then we're heading to Cades Cove, the wildlife nature center area of Gatlinburg. It's pretty popular, so we're gonna get there nice and early. It's a cloudy day, but we're gonna make the most of it. If you are coming to Cades Cove in the summer, please pack your patience as it gets very crowded in the summer. Try to get there early if you can. Dude, they're guarding their wall. Why are they up there? Cades Cove is around an hour drive from downtown Gatlinburg. Cades Cove is an 11-mile scenic loop with wide open prairies and is known for its historical significance and abundant wildlife sightings. I did not expect the sun to come out at all today. Primary reason for being here was to spot wildlife, but there was also an abundance of old churches, log cabins, and barns with tons of information on the early settlers. Unfortunately, we were only in this park for one day, so we had to quickly move on. So we went through Cades Cove once, and we're now just gonna go back through one more time. No luck with any bears this time, but we still got the rest of the day and some tomorrow morning as well. So we're gonna try our luck. It's a gloomy, rainy day, but it fits. We've been enjoying it so far. So we're gonna go back through Cades Cove one more time, then move on to some of the other stuff in the park. See you then. The Tennessee side of this park was fantastic during the storm, and all the rain really enhanced the waterfalls. Coming here during peak wildflower season helped a lot as well.
Hello! Gabe is outside taking pictures right now of the flowing river that we're in front of and a waterfall that we're in front of. It is currently about 11:30. No sign of bears yet, but hopefully we'll get lucky and we'll be able to see some. Really keeping our fingers crossed. See ya.
Next, we headed to the sinks. Located right off the Little River Road, the Sinks is the most popular waterfall due to its ease of access as a pullout. The waterfall was only 15 feet tall, but was absolutely roaring when we went. This waterfall was actually created unnaturally when loggers blew up the river with dynamite to fix a logging jam.
The
sun is finally coming back after the whole day it's been raining. Yeah! We're getting to see some sun soon. If you enjoy content like this, consider subscribing. It helps us out. Because we had spent our morning enjoying Cades Cove without the crowds, we missed our opportunity to do the Alum Cave Trail because of the crowds. While it may not be peak season, don't forget that 14 million people still visit this park every year. Try to plan for the parking scarcity when you come here. We changed plans and headed to the North Carolina side. She's chasing a chicken. What is wrong with you? What? And also, where did he come from? I guess you could see anything in this park, can't you? Stop chasing the chicken, Rachel. Stop chasing it. The morning after this, we saw the North Side Visitor Center, and I have to say that this one was leagues better. The exhibits had some fantastic history on the early settlers in the area. And if the crowds are too much for you on the Tennessee side, check out the North Carolina side. It's usually less crowded. Behind the visitor center, there is also historic buildings with a beautiful wide open prairie.
So we don't really know where we are at all. We don't think we're in the park, but
Mingo Falls.
Mingo Falls is all we know.
Oh, I don't know what that is, but I heard it was good, so we'll see.
Hopefully, you're right.
Oh, I got all the documentation ready to look like a freak.
Let's go, I guess.
Look what I brought you on. Stairs.
Don't be fooled by my bad joke. It's only a short staircase to get there. Mingo Falls is an absolutely massive waterfall, standing at 120 feet tall. It is one of the largest waterfalls in this area of the country.
Exactly what we expected, but a pleasant surprise. I am blown away. What about you?
It's crazy.
Very pretty.
By the way, if you like my photography, check out my website. It has links to my socials as well, where you can see my regular photo content.
So we just finished up the Mingo Falls trail. I mean, it's not really a trail, it's just like a little staircase that brings you up to the top. And it's definitely not like a hidden gem or anything. There was a lot of people there. But I bet you if you're not going on a Saturday afternoon, it's probably pretty nice there. She's laughing at me over there. But yeah, it's a beautiful day now. The sky's clear. It's awesome out. It's like a nice 70 degrees. It's amazing. So we're gonna take our time and then we'll probably head back into the upper portions of the park and enjoy that for a little bit. But yeah, everything worked out. Maybe not as how it was planned, but Mingo Falls is really cool, so.
Next, we headed to the top of the park, Clingmans Dome. Don't be fooled by this hike. It's just over half a mile long, but the high elevation of 6,600 feet does make it a bit harder than most people expect.
I can tell how tired you are.
Shut your bitches.
It's not easy. Clingmans Dome. It's iconic and crowded.
Clingmans Dome is the highest point of the Smoky mountain range and the tallest mountain in Tennessee. It has a 360-degree view tower that gives you outstanding panoramic views of the Smokys.
You don't say. She was quiet the entire time heading down. But we're heading down. You're doing a lot better now.
After this, we headed back north to the Roaring Fork Motor Trail to end our day. This trail is a nice wooded pathway that provides a peaceful drive with wildlife opportunities. We unfortunately didn't see any bears, but the next morning we saw something just as good. In our last few hours of the trip, we decided to take one last drive through the park.
I can feel the water on my hand. In the clouds, head in the clouds, baby.
When we arrived at the North Carolina side, we were greeted with around 20 elk enjoying the afternoon sun. There used to be a large population of elk in the Appalachian Range, but the last remaining species were hunted to extinction around the 1700s. In 2001, the National Park Service reintroduced elk into the area, and now the park has over 200 documented elk roaming the Smokys. Unfortunately, the males shed their antlers this time of year, and I wasn't aware of that. But we do live close to this park, so I'm sure we will be back to see it in full rut. Even though our experience was short and frankly planned very poorly, this park was an unexpected surprise, and we will definitely be back. I have since studied up quite a bit on the park, so feel free to ask me anything in the comments about it. In our next video, we will show our short time in Gatlinburg experiencing Ripley's Believe It or Not Aquarium of the Smokys. If you enjoy content like this, check out our other videos on nature and travel, and we will see you all on the next journey.